and walk through our agenda for Monday night. We got a couple of folks on the road fighting downtown traffic to get here. Item 3 is a resolution approving an alcohol license for Nori Hibachi Ramen and Sushi. Ms. Dickerson.
Yes, there are no issues at this time with this request. If there any come up, I'll let y'all know before Monday. Thank you.
Any questions for Ms. Dickerson on that item? Items 4 and 5 are appointing members to the Stadium Trace Village Improvement District. Those members up for consideration will be Zil Zaveri and Jerry Sager, 2 business owners inside the district. Any questions about those 2 appointments? Item 6 is Ms. Driver is authorizing an amendment to the Certificate of Incorporation to the Healthcare Authority of the City of Hoover. I think, Ms. Brasher, do you want to talk about this one? I can. This expands, all right, this changes the Articles of Incorporation to add 2 members, and included in the resolution are the names of Ken Grimes and Christy Driver to be considered for appointment.
Yeah, and it'll add 1 council appointment and 1 mayoral
Correct.
appointment.
Any questions on that item? Item 7, Ms. Dickerson authorizes the mayor to execute an annual agreement with BJCTA.
Yeah, this is just our annual transit service agreement with the authority. So this is for the payment of $83,609.99.
Any questions on that item? Yeah, budgeted item. There you are, Mr. Grimes. I kept looking over there for you. Moved on me. Any questions on that item for transit?
And it is in the budget at the current amount that's proposed there, which is the same as what we've had last year. So there's no changes to the route in this.
Item 8, XO is here to talk about a resolution with Axom Enterprise.
Good evening. Yes, sir, we're entering a 5-year contract with Exxon for our body-worn cameras. Our current contract ends in December of '24, and we're paying for it with money that's set aside already in previous budgets. So,
Any questions for the XO on the body camera agreement? Very good, sir. Thank you.
thank you.
Items 9 and 10, Ms. Cornett is here. Actually, most of the rest of them are Ms. Cornett's, beginning with item 9, amending the budget for our jail improvements, another budgeted item.
Yes, this budget amendment is to appropriate some other unused capital funds to be able to replace some doors in the jail, about half of the motors on the doors, and then for some sprinkler head covers. Both of those were part of the request for the fiscal year 25 for police, and they were not approved. The request was to replace the motors on all of the doors. So the plan here is just to replace half of those motors. Again, using already leftover capital project funds, so this does not require any additional funding from the general fund to get that done.
Very good. Any questions for Ms. Cornett? Item 10 is resolution to amend the budget to accept funds from the Birmingham Jefferson County Convention and Visitors Bureau for volleyball.
Yes, this is a fun one. We're just requesting permission to accept the money. We are not requesting additional use of the money, so this is free money that we would like for you to accept.
Of course, it's $10,000 to offset the hard costs associated with the tournament that we hosted 4 weeks ago.
That was already, and those expenditures were already budgeted and included, so.
Any questions for Ms. Cornett? Item 11, Ms. Cornett, is likewise some funds from Jim Carnes for the House Hoover seniors and interns.
Yes, this is another grant request for that the Senior Center applied for. So we are requesting, this was a grant that was granted, so we're requesting that you allow us to accept those funds and then to make those funds available for spending in association with that program.
Any questions on that item? That amount, I believe, is $5,798.
Yes, that's correct.
Item number 12 is amending the budget for position changes in finance and human resources. Ms. Misha.
Yes, we are losing a very key member in the HR department, which gave way for us to do a little bit of restructuring and changing duties around. So we're asking that we be able to downgrade one of our positions that's a 10, downgraded to a 9, but with that, taking a part-time position and making it full-time. So those are the HR requested changes, which results in a savings. Now, for finance, Ms. Cornett is requesting an accountant position being downgraded, which is a grade 10 down to 2 grades down to a grade 8. All those changes in totality, even taking into consideration any benefit changes, it saves the city about $33,000.
Just shy of 34. Any questions for these ladies on that item?
Just to point out, these changes are directly related to just some movement of a key person in human resources to help us out as payroll manager. And so that kind of set off, a domino effect where we needed to do some restructuring. So we both believe that this puts both departments in a good place moving forward, and it is a cost savings.
Any questions for that item? Hello, sir. How's traffic? All right, Ms. Cornett, item 13 amends a budget for payment to Kroll. I know this is a carryover item from last meeting. Any questions for that item? Item 14, Mr. Martin. Thank you, Ms. Cornett. Got an abatement item for 425 Shades Avenue.
Yes, sir. This is one of our repeat customers. They are back for more. As an abandoned lot, 425 Shades Avenue, it is still overgrown and in need of abatement.
All right, we will wait on Monday's report. Doubtful we'll get resolution, but there's hope.
Miracles do happen.
Item 15 is an abatement at 2337 Tyler Road.
And this is another repeat customer that we've had over the years. And we will have an updated report on Monday, this one as well.
And then finally, we'll be declaring a public nuisance at 3766 Abbey Glen Way.
Yes, sir. This is it's really a sad situation. There is a considerable amount of hoarding taking place at this residence, so much so that the rear yard is completely full of trash, garbage, other household items, and so bad, and it has been in this state for so long, it is creating noxious odors for neighboring residents and also attracting vermin to the site. So this has worked its way through municipal court. Municipal court found the owner guilty of violating city code. And now we are working through the abatement process, which is going to require this body to declare the nuisance, authorize the abatement, and should the council decide to do that on Monday night, we would immediately turn around with our legal team and go to circuit court to start abatement proceedings.
Obviously, abating weeds and grass is one thing, but I assume abatement would mean sending a crew to clean this up.
Yes, sir. State law has a specific process for weeds and grass that allows us to handle it at this level. We will need to go to the court to get authorization to abate this particular nuisance.
And would that take place just on the exterior?
Just the exterior.
Any questions for Mr. Martin on that one? Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That brings us to the end of our agenda. We will meet Monday at 6. Thank you all for being here.